Let's bring in now Republican New York Congressman Mike Lawler, a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, good to have you. The president might be right. Maybe this guy went cuckoo after he was vetted not once, but presumably twice when he received asylum this year. Maybe there's something that happened and he snapped. We will wait to find out if we can actually talk to him. But I want to play for you this sound right now because the questions about vetting are incredibly serious. There are so many more people that came, and we saw those pictures of them packed in those planes. And we really don't understand completely what this vetting process was like. This is Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, the former Secretary of Homeland Security, at a hearing with the Senate, trying to explain to a senator what he does and maybe doesn't know about the vetting of these people. Watch.
How many of them were vetted before they got on the plane?
Out of Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Cannot speak to that.
Are you telling this committee under oath that 99% of the people who got on these planes in Afghanistan were vetted by our government before they got on that plane?
I want to be very clear because precision...
Because you're not.
No. Senator, if I may, you are asking me about planes from transit countries, the third countries...
I'm talking about people who got on the plane in Kabul airport.
States. No, I can't speak to that.
I mean, that doesn't spark confidence to anybody that's watching that. So when Congress returns next week, should you hold hearings and investigations into what this vetting was?
Well, there's no question that the Biden administration created a crisis on multiple fronts, starting with the disastrous withdrawal in Afghanistan that not only left Afghan allies on the ground, but left Americans on the ground, and then took people into the country that clearly were not vetted in their entirety. And that, of course, preceded the disaster at our southern border, in which they let in over 10.5 million migrants, completely unvetted. I can tell you from my time visiting the border, if they couldn't identify somebody through 4 databases, they simply gave them the name that they said they were. It was a complete debacle at every level. And so the Trump administration obviously has come in and tried to clean up our immigration system. They have effectively secured the border and stopped the massive influx of illegal immigration. But you have over 10.5 million people that came into this country in the last 4 years, including those who came from Afghanistan. And there's no way the Biden administration was doing an effective job of vetting them. That much is clear. Now, with that being said, one of the things that I have been very clear about, though, is that you have people that did help us on the ground in Afghanistan that were critical to our success and to that of our men and women in the military. And you don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater here. There has to be a process. We want to make sure that everybody is very clearly vetted, that they meet the strictest of requirements. But I want to stress, you cannot cast aspersions on every single person that came from Afghanistan, because there were a lot of people who did help us during that 20-year war.
And you're right.
And if they go back to Afghanistan, they're going to be killed.
And there were many Republicans in the House and Senate that were trying to get these people out of that country. I remember that. But I want to ask you, because you said the process has to change, and the Trump administration is trying to change that process. They want to re-vet everybody, all these green card holders. Do they even have the manpower to do that? And we're talking about a heavy lift. And I remember we barely had people to get, the SIV applicants, that process going. We barely had people to adjudicate the asylum claims down at the southern border. Does Congress need to allocate emergency funds here to help this administration do what they want to do?
Well, in the Working Families Tax Cut Act, we did increase funding for Border Patrol, for immigration and customs officials, and for USCIS. And so obviously there is a lot of work that has to be done to go through the, over 10.5 million people that came into this country, most of them illegally, many of the people coming without a comprehensive vetting, and the Biden administration releasing people from all around the globe into the U.S. This has created the crisis that the administration is trying to unwind. And so, yes, We need to extend resources. If the administration needs Congress through the appropriations process to extend more resources to build up manpower, then we're going to have to do that to make sure that our communities are safe and that our National Guard members are not put in jeopardy like this.
Yeah, this cannot happen again. It's been atrocious to watch the last 48 hours. Congressman Mike Lawler, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.